Hello everybody, welcome to Lucky 7 Mud Mowers, YouTube.com. Another episode of Depression Anxiety video. This is where we have a panel. If you know anyone that has depression and anxiety like myself, this is where we have a conversation to talk about it and hopefully be able to try to help people out there. Sometimes it's hard to be able to talk to people. Definitely going to be hard to talk about your issues online, but this is the only program that you could be able to do it here up on YouTube. Again, depression, anxiety, it's going to be an open conversation, so if you have it, feel free to type in the chat, or if you would like to talk about it, learn about it. I am not a doctor. We're here just to help and support each other. So anyways, if you'd like to help support the Lucky 7 Mud Mowers, YouTube.com. Nightbot is running my PayPal in there. Also, if you look on the very bottom right where you do the chat, there's a super chat button there. Feel free to hit that up. Also, hit the join button. Hit that join button, become a Lucky 7 Mud Mowers, YouTube.com. I do have a notice for my members on that. And if you are an existing member, you get your YouTube name shouted out every time I do a live video. So my existing members are Timothy #TommyHand, Katrina's Crochet World, Thomas Andrews, Laura Jones, Diane Sharp, Mud Digger 732, Jenny Rupick Cochette, Dirtfoot Racing, Batchy Bubbles, Stalkers Mud Mowers, Sherelle, Scott Keller, aka Mr. Breaks, Newly Bites, Twister V Twin Garage, Mower Outlaw, Christopher C, Val Lady 49, Mike's World, Polar Bear Ed, Froggy Went Knitting, Mud Mower 83, Grilla Grower, Tampa Boys Customs, Sty North, Mike Hoteling, aka Mom and Dad, Drizzly Bait Gaming, Jeff Schools, Go Karts All Gone Fishing, Rosanna, BS Small Engine, Mud Farmer, Iron Dog 63, Rolling Through Life, Howell Fisher, Mud Mower Farms, and Grandpa's Adventures. I gotta let everybody know the warning on this here. The following video contains graphic videos and audio, not suitable for children, not suitable for all viewers. My moderators are in there. Please help watch the chat. If there's any hate, any disrespect against any other people in there, feel free to delete them. We do not allow that here. So if you are a troll and you're looking to cause any problems, you're gonna be coming back with many more accounts to go and give me another view. So anyways, one more thing I do have to mention. As you guys all know, I usually go live when I'm at work Monday through Thursday. It's usually an 8-hour live stream. You guys be able to watch what I'm doing. Those videos from now on are going to be for members only. So if you enjoy watching me work Monday through Thursday, you do have to become a member, because they're only going to be for members from now on. We got our first super chat in there. I would like to say thank you very much to my mom and dad out there. And we have Crystal in there. How you doing? Rosanna, Mud Digger, Perkins Life. Everybody's saying hi. Diane Shop, Rosanna. Let's see. I'm just reading up really quick. I do have the link in there. If anybody would like to come on up, feel free. I know I have not been on YouTube a lot this week, showing support to everybody. Number one rule that YouTube usually says is not to apologize for it, but I'm going to break that. I'm going to say sorry. I haven't shown a lot of support to everybody out there. I've been doing a few things. A lot has been going on in my life right now. So, hope you guys all understand that. And sometimes you need to take a little bit of time off and get your life back together and straightened out. So, I am not taking a break. I'm just trying to cut back a little bit. I do show a lot of support by when I first get up in the morning. You guys all know I do work my butt off during the day. So when I come home, I kind of relax and then go to bed. But I do get up around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I watch people's videos. So That's not going to stop. So if anybody would like to come up on the panel, we could get this rolling here. I do have a little audio clip here. I'm going to be playing it. I tried to see if I could mess around with the share thing. This way you guys could be able to see the video. But it is actually a gentleman. He stops and he talks to somebody, which is the video camera. In other words, he's talking to the video camera, making believe it's actually you. It's in the middle of the street. All you see is the yellow line, like in the middle of the road, the divider on this. And I thought it was pretty cool. So, I always talk about that straight road. Everybody likes that straight road. You go left-hand turn, that's a bumpy road. You're going to have your up and downs in your life. You take that right-hand turn, that's a bad area. I've been there. Nobody should go there. It's a big dip. You can't get out of that hole, and that's where a lot of suicides happen. People get hurt. It's not a good right-hand turn. Nobody takes that. So I'm going to play this little video.
Hey, mind if I take a seat? Appreciate it. Been on this road for a while, huh? Yeah, I get that. And it's been real tough for you. I get that too. But you're not quitting today. See, the enemy wants you to think that you're defeated right now and that you should give up. It's a lost cause. You're never going to make it. Those are all lies. And that's why I'm here, is to tell you that you're going to make it. And you're not giving up today. This is just a rest stop. In fact, you continue to rest a little bit longer. But don't you quit. You get up and you head back down that road. And I'll see you at the next rest stop, okay? God bless.
I'll be honest with you. Everybody here most likely has me on Facebook, and if you don't have me on Facebook, you probably already seen that video clip. I did post it on my video Facebook. You guys could check out the video. It is awesome. I watch that thing probably about 3 or 4 times a day. It means a lot by what that guy was talking about. And it's kind of touching. Let's welcome Tampa Boy Customs and Froggy. How you all doing?
Doing okay. How are you doing?
We're doing okay. How's everyone feeling?
Doing great. My computer's lagging like crazy. I don't know why.
Hey,
Miss
Miss
Punky
Punky.
wants to come up and say hello.
Yes, we do. What's up, Sam's Garage? Hey, Jenny, Trina, Miss Rosanna, Aki, Stoker. I don't know why my computer keeps freezing up.
It's working fine over here, buddy.
Yeah, well, it's freezing up on my end. It's weird.
Rattle Trap Fishing, how you doing? Welcome to Depression and Anxiety.
Rattle Trap. Continue a minute, man.
Sam, how you doing?
Heck yeah, let's do it, Sam.
Hey, Katrina.
Hi, Katrina. So how was everybody's week?
Great.
Great. Froggy?
Not bad. Not bad. I had a hard time today, but it's not bad.
Well, we're all here. We're all here to support you. We're all here to support each other. Some of you guys already know a lot of things I've been actually saying through my depression and anxiety videos. I believe this is either my 5th or 6th time of doing it. So, a lot of things have been happening this week. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I missed quite a few lives. I try to make my appearance whenever I can. A lot of things have been going on, so I've been kind of watching everybody's videos, you know, early in the morning when I first get up and I have my coffee. So, I just don't know how to open a conversation. So if anybody wants to talk about something, feel free. There's more and more I like to talk. It's just so
Well, I mean, I can
bottled.
tell you about me. I woke up today not feeling the best, depressed because, anniversary of my son's death is coming up next Wednesday. So I'm anticipating the pain. I already
Which is,
feel the pain, but I don't know what I'm anticipating out of it, but I am. I didn't want to go live today, but I made myself go live. And I was all upset, trying not to cry the whole time I'm live. And I just kept talking and talking and talking and talking just till I wouldn't cry.
well, if it makes you feel any better, Froggy, I remember you told me, I think it was maybe 2 or 3 videos ago, what particular day that was. And I took the time and I marked it down on the calendar. It's sitting right in front of me, which if you've seen it, I flipped it up and went looking. That particular day, I will make sure I take extra time to be able to notify you either through Messenger, Facebook, either way, to be able to give you that support that you need. You do have, I believe, my phone number. You could contact me anytime.
Thank you.
Talk to me. I'll stop even at work to be able to discuss and talk to you. I know everybody out here is going to be on your side that particular day, so we're all here for you.
It's just hard.
Absolutely.
It's just hard to put into me.
Lord.
The doctor refilled my Xanax. Wants me taking the Xanax twice a day. I was trying to take half a pill, and now I'm having to take a whole pill, and it's hard just to get through a day. I'm a little teary eyed now.
This is the reason why, Froggy, I
I
wear
know.
the sunglasses. People ask me, why do you wear those sunglasses? Well, I'll be honest with you, because some of the things that I get involved with, either with somebody else's situation or even my own situation I talk about, and I get teary-eyed. Sometimes you could be able to hear it in my voice. I kind of crackle about it. And so I know exactly how people feel because I feel that. See, Froggy's situation would have been in a situation like me. I tried to commit to suicide. And if I did succeed, I would have my mom and my father doing the same thing, the feelings that she would be going through. So needless to what I'm trying to explain is when you think you're ending your life, you're not just ending your life, you're ending everyone's life.
You are.
It's a tough for me to even think about that and try to express my feelings, the reason why I went down that path. It's hard for Froggy even to think about going down that path on her issues. What I'm trying to say is that I guess I lost for words. I like to say so much, but it's hard.
Knowing how I feel losing my son, and as depressed as I'm getting and have been, I couldn't take my life because I couldn't put my parents through that. And my children through that because I know how I feel. and it's horrible. And it's just a sad thing, you know. And I know how you feel when you want to end your life. I feel that way, and it's difficult.
Well, it's hard for somebody to say, I'm not going to argue, not going to fight. You know, everybody has their own opinion, but my opinion is I didn't know I felt. The only way I could say is when I woke up that morning, I had no idea what was going to go on. None at all. It's one of those things that it just happens. You don't plan it. You don't wake up one morning and say, today is my last day. It's something that just happens. It's very hard to describe how you get into that situation. But in other hands, I know how I got there. Depression, anxiety. You think the world is surrounding you and everybody thinks, well, hate. But it's not hate. It's actually the devil that's surrounding you. That devil throws a knife in your back, throws a knife in your chest, and it just tears you up so bad you don't know which way the direction to go. This is where I'm trying to get out. I keep on pushing that street issue. And it comes down to a point when you give yourself up. And when you give yourself up, that becomes a point where you either succeed or you end up in the hospital. It's not an easy path to go through.
Mm.
If you
No.
feel like that devil is stabbing you and people are coming around and trying to help you, try to get that help. Break yourself down. Listen to them. Because friends and family, they'll be there for you. The most part is you have to acknowledge that you have depression, anxiety. Because depression is one of those things that if you're alone, that's when you get built up. It all bottles up to you, and that's when that devil comes around. When you surround yourself around your family and your loved ones, it's like it doesn't disappear, but yet they're watching you. They're making sure you're going to stay there and survive that day. If you know someone that has depression, don't go without one day by giving them a call and checking up on them. Don't. I'm telling you, it's people out here. We all have to wake up and realize depression and anxiety is not something to mess around with.
No.
Let's welcome Diane and Katrina's Culture World. Come on up, ladies.
Lucky, can I say something?
Yeah, it's open panel. Feel free.
Froggy, I don't know what you're going through as a parent, but I know what I went through as a child from grammar school all the way up through high school, being bullied. It's not easy.
No.
I got thrown into a major highway by kids in grammar school. In high school, I got thrown into lockers. eggs thrown at my head on the school bus. I got bullied. And I thought a lot of what your son thought. But I had my one sister and a couple of my friends who are still my friends that were there to support me because I thought of doing what your son did numerous times. And it's not easy.
No.
Bullying is not, I wish on anybody been through there. I'm lucky I'm here today. I could have been killed by getting thrown into a major highway
Yeah.
by just kids that thought it was funny.
Wow, I'm
And
so sorry, Miss
my
Diane.
parents went to the school, and back in the day, they could have cared less. Today, it's different than it was when I went to school.
Well, they didn't do anything to protect my son.
Right. And they should have, because it's different now than it was 30 years ago, 40 years ago. They thought that was a
Exactly.
big joke.
Well, when I realized that I had an issue being depressed, it was to a fact where family members noticed and they were like, "What's the matter? Why are you doing this? What's going on?" I was so afraid of saying what was going on. You know, I think most of it was the fact of telling somebody the truth. That I was actually getting physically abused by one of the neighbors down the street.
God.
It was something that really wasn't thought of back then. You know, I'm 48 years old, and I was probably around 12 to 13 years old, maybe 14. And it's not like today where it's well known in the news media. Back then, it was kind of hidden. You know, everybody knows somebody, but they don't know what happens behind the closed doors.
Exactly, Lucky. The day that Froggy's son committed suicide is my son's birthday.
Wow.
Happy birthday for your son.
So it's going to be, I want to be there for Froggy, but I also have to do happy side for my son.
We'll be there for your son.
I want to
That's
be
more
there for you,
important.
Froggy.
I know, but it's
I want to be there for you. No, you are more important right now. Because I think you are an example to show people how people can do things and continue to move on. Because I love you, Froggy. I want to be there for you.
Thank you, Diane. I love you. Thank you.
But bullying is not fun to deal with.
No,
It is not.
no, because it causes depression.
It does. And a lot of people do things like Lucky says, and you say.
Yeah.
Do things that make it more painful for other people.
Yeah.
When you can't get the help that needs to be done.
Yeah. You have to reach out.
Sometimes that doesn't work.
I know.
It's one of those things that if you try to reach out, you're embarrassed and ashamed of yourself?
Yes.
Like I said, back in the day when I was younger, it was unknown. It's like, no way. That's not happening. What are you kidding? Nah, that's not happening. No way. I can't believe it. But today, it's like you got the whole world with you, like, believing it. You know, it's how can I put it in a better way? It's like back in the day, it's like no one believed you. You know, you would have to fight for somebody to believe what was actually going on.
Yeah.
In your day, Lucky, and in my day and age, because I'm older than you, Lucky, it was even harder to
Right.
get people to understand. Oh, like they say, oh, just deal with it. Don't worry about it. Just move on. It didn't help every day when you got pushed into a major highway or thrown into lockers, or it didn't help. It made it worse because nobody believed you back then.
Yep. I was bullied back in the day. I remember getting beat up on the bus. I remember getting off the bus, getting beat up. And this was, I like to say, I don't know, junior high, maybe a little bit less than that. Like ninth grade when you're in ninth grade. There was earlier times I remember getting bullied by like the bullies, but that problem got solved awful quick. I remember the story. I used to get beat up by these kids. I can't mention their last names, but they're they're from a local town here in Rhode Island.
See,
And
that's exactly why. There's no one talking about.
It came to a point where my father says, "Listen, you come home with the black and blue, I'm gonna give you one." So these kids, they decided to go and jump me and my brother, and we fought them. And what was in back of my mind is what my old man was going to do if I didn't kick these kids' butts. Out of all the years, I should say years, maybe a year, 2 years, I forget how long it was, I got bullied by these same kids all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll just needless to say, after we fought, their parents called my parents saying I broke their kid's nose. I
Oh,
beat them
too
up.
bad.
Yep. So I still remember that. And my mom and dad's probably over there laughing. Yep. I can't say the last names, but anyways. Sometimes you need that little push to be able to solve issues. But being depressed, there's absolutely no way to solve an issue because you think that devil is there getting you all the time. So I have another audio clip here. If I could be able to play it, it's about 3.5 minutes long. And we're going to play this and we'll start off with that.
350 million people affected by depression worldwide, it's no doubt an incredibly real and serious issue. But what exactly is going on inside of a depressed person? Is there a biological basis for these intense feelings of sadness? In the past, depression was often described as simply a chemical imbalance in the brain. Specifically, scientists believed that a lack of the neurotransmitter serotonin was to blame, which is often referred to as the feel-good chemical. However, the only real evidence for this was that when some depressed people were prescribed drugs which increased serotonin levels, it helped alleviate their symptoms. But while chemicals most certainly are involved, this view doesn't really capture just just how complex depression is. In recent years, scientists began to notice that the brain cell growth and connections may actually play a larger role. When we look at the brain of a depressed person, studies show that the hippocampus tends to be much smaller than average. Other areas of the brain are also physically affected, but this region in particular controls memory and emotion. And the longer a person has been depressed, the smaller the hippocampus becomes. The cells and networks literally deteriorate. It turns out that stress may actually be a main trigger in the decrease of new neurons in this area of the brain. In fact, studies have shown that when this region of the brain is regenerated and new neurons are stimulated, mood improves. Interestingly, many modern drugs, including those which affect serotonin levels, have an indirect effect on the growth of brain cells. This is likely why serotonin-based drugs seem to help some patients, but not for the reasons we once thought. Instead, they promote the release of other chemicals which ultimately stimulate neurogenesis, or the growth of new neurons. Knowing this, some scientists now believe focus should be on drugs which directly affect neurogenesis. But while your neurons and chemicals may be the direct influencers, many genetic factors have been discovered as well. One particular study found that a variation in the serotonin transporter gene leaves individuals more vulnerable to depression. Every individual has 2 copies of the gene, one from each parent, and this gene can either be short or long. After tracking 800 young adults over 5 years, the study revealed that 33% of individuals with one short version became depressed after stressful life events, and people with 2 short genes fared even worse. On the other hand, those with 2 long genes were much less likely to become depressed with similar life stress. Many other genes have been identified which increase the likelihood of depression too, and it makes sense when you consider that depression and bipolar disorder both run in families. Studies of identical twins show that if one has bipolar disorder, the other has a 60 to 80% chance of developing it too. So while the true cause or causes of depression have yet to be pinned down precisely, and trust us, there's a huge list of other variables that studies suggest may come into play, it's important to remember that depression is a disease with a biological basis, along with psychological and social implications. It's not simply a weakness that somebody should get over, or even something that we have a say in. And just like heart disease or cancer, shedding light onto the subject is of the utmost importance in order to bring funding and proper research. But is depression only a human phenomenon? We look into the question, do dogs get depressed, in our latest ASAP Thought video, and discover the many studies done to understand depression among other species, including your pets at home. You can click the link in the description for that video. You can also check out the book Animal Madness by Laurel Braitman, which touches on the subject. In fact, you can get it for free from our friends at Audible by going to audible.com/ASAP. Audible is the leading provider of audiobooks with over 150,000 downloadable titles across all types of literature.
Alright, so if you guys all heard that, do you know what they're trying to do?
Yeah, pump you with medication.
Exactly. Now, I seen that audio, and I happened to play it earlier today, and I wanted to ask that question, and Diane, you hit it right off the bat. Do you know what the best thing is for depression and anxiety right now? Family and friends being there for each other. It's
I was
not
gonna say
pumping-
weed, but
It's not pumping somebody
That's
with
right.
medicine, because that doesn't solve an issue. That only
You-
creates a bigger issue. In the situation
Lucky
where
you can't tell me that at 7 years old you're going to pump me with medication.
Yep. In the
Because that's
situation,
when I started at 7, when I started being bullied and went up through high school.
yep.
You're not going to pump somebody with medication at 7 years old.
Well, they're doing that now. The depression that I came into, what led me into where I thought the world was crashing on me, I thought I had an easy out. And you know who supplied that easy out? The doctors. They prescribed the medication to me, and they gave me the medication. They gave me so much of it where I was able to try the suicide. I guess what I'm saying is, if anyone's out there that has this little, I should say a little problem, this huge problem, try to receive that help. There's the 800 number that scroll on the bottom. Or you could do what I did before I started the counseling, before everything all got really bad. I actually walked into a hospital, and that's where I broke down. That's when the journey started. Yeah, I got locked up for a little while.
Can you put that up, Lucky?
Yep, there we
That's
go.
my. When you put it up, let me know.
Yeah, it's up.
That's my son.
Oh my God.
That's a week before he died. He's sitting with his friends at lunch. Doesn't look like he's sad, does it?
No.
It's a
No.
week before he died. He was a happy boy. He was a good-looking boy. He was
Look.
gifted at woodworking. So before you contemplate suicide, please think about my son. Please think about what he meant to me and what it meant to lose him. He was 5'11". He was only 15. He would have been 16. He died February 3rd. He would have been 16 on February 27th. He would have been getting his driver's license. And
Wow,
he
he was
was
only 15.
he was bullied by girls, and he took his life.
Wow.
So if you're depressed and sad,
Oh my Lord.
please get some help. Call the number. Call the 800 number. Talk to someone. Please. I would give anything. I'd give my life to get him back. There are
Well,
people in your life, family, friends, who would do the same for you. But he's a beautiful boy.
we know he is there, right there in that room with you,
He is. This was his room.
right?
He's with you all the time, Froggy.
He is. Right here. I wear his fingerprint around my neck.
Yeah.
That's his fingerprint. I just wanted people to see him, to think of him. So if you're sad and depressed, call the 800 number. Reach out to a friend, a family member, somebody, and just say, hey, I need to talk.
Right.
You know, you can reach out to me. You can email me. You can message me on Facebook. I'm here. I will definitely listen to you. You know, no problem's too small. No problem's too big.
Exactly.
Thank you, Grandpa. Go ahead,
Not a
Froggy.
problem.
Go ahead,
I will
Froggy.
listen to you. I know Lucky will listen to you. I know, you know, it's not a problem.
My email is in the descriptions. It has all the other groups I belong to. Feel free to hit that up at any time. Froggy, if I'm not mistaken, her email or contact information is in her descriptions in her videos.
It is.
I think Katrina's has hers. So Crystal says, Lucky, if we have meds but no support, the meds won't work. You're talking nothing. You're taking nothing. I'm sorry. That is correct. This is the reason why, especially right now, with this virus, basically everything is closed. You can't go and see doctors. You can't go and get the help that you need. So what they're doing now is they're calling. All right, I'm going to prescribe you this medicine. I'm going to prescribe this medicine. Let's do a Zoom meeting. We'll talk. I'll talk to you even on the phone. How are you going to be able to talk and socialize with one-on-one with your group, because they're not there for the comfort. This is the reason why I'm trying to express for everyone to be able to contact their friend, their family member, anyone that you think is feeling down. Go check on them. Talk to them. Because just like Froggy's said, her son was happy. Probably was happy to the last minute he passed. Like I said, I woke up that morning and I didn't think nothing about it. I don't know what clicked in my head. It was just having a blackout moment. It's these conversations that we have are very hard to describe and talk about. There's going to be a lot of times when we're going to talk about something and just go like sidetracked right off that same conversation. We might not even make sense. For one, we are not doctors. We all had the issues. That's the reason why we're all up here. So far as the medication, yeah, the medication probably would help. But you know what? What actually will help is going to give that particular person that you're talking to a big hug. Make sure you tell them they are loved. Make sure their mind is there. Try to hold a decent conversation with them. See if they make sense in their conversations. One biggest issue that people don't recognize is when somebody is depressed, they hide their emotions inside and it bottles up. We hide what actually hurts us inside. If somebody comes and says, "Lucky, how you feeling today?" "I'm doing great. Just got my coffee. I'm ready for the day." But you know what? Right here, that's what's burning. I hide that.
What's up, Paul?
There's so much that somebody in depression hides. It's unrecognized.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, crap. I got to go, guys.
All right.
I'll see you guys later. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for stepping up. Yep.
Bye, Froggy, Diane, Katrina, everybody in the chat. See you, folks.
Later. It's tough to be able to talk about certain things with me. There's a lot more I want to be able to discuss, and I'm sure there's people out there waiting to find out what I need to say. But it's still not the time. When I'm ready, I will discuss what I want to discuss. There's a saying out there, Rome wasn't built in a day. That goes with the answers. Answers was not given out in one day neither.
But Stoker, if she won't talk to you, just assure her and reassure her that you love her no matter what.
Exactly. Make sure if she's local, go visit her. Hang out.
But every time you talk to her, you need to tell her, "Hey, sis, I love you." And just let it go at that.
That's right.
Let's welcome Jeff up on the panel. How
Hey,
you doing,
people.
Jeff?
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, right. Katrina, that thing you did back about 5 minutes ago, that's pretty much it, huh? Sometimes.
You got Grandpa's Adventures over there, 1-800-GRAMPA'S Hugs. Feel free to give him a contact. He does have videos out, and he has, I believe, in his descriptions, you could be able to get a hold of him as well. I'm sure he will listen to you if you need to. And if you're up in Maine, you want a Grandpa hug, there you go.
I'm not sure I'd want a hug from Grandpa.
Oh, I would love a hug from Grandpa and Luna. Absolutely.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Oh, could take one. Probably more than one.
So, let's see, I got one more audio clip that I just got to take a second to try to locate it. So, if anybody wants to hold that conversation and talk while I'm doing this,
Yeah.
I didn't think Grandpa had an 800 number.
Oh, you don't know all kinds of things about Grandpa.
So that's
Oh,
like,
there's things that nobody probably wants to know about him.
Froggy, that's like you and Katrina last week or the week before with the issue I had with the neighbor.
Yeah, we're here. We're always here. We love every one of you. We're good. We care.
Because I
We actually care.
seriously thought about just throwing the towel in and saying, I'm not crocheting, I'm not doing nothing anymore.
But don't throw it in. Keep crocheting. Because you do beautiful work. And that one person's opinion doesn't mean anything.
exactly. So we have one more. Is people with anxiety and depression share advice for anyone who's struggling?
Oh, noodly bits. Good way to put a smile on our face, noodly bits.
All right, here we go. The last audio clip for the night.
Oh my God, I might get emotional. Okay, the biggest thing I want to tell you is that it's okay to struggle. For anyone who is out there struggling, know that you're not alone. There's other people going through what you're going through too.
Being good to yourself. I think sometimes people don't give themselves permission to honor themselves and be good to themselves.
What you feel is real, and it matters.
Right now, you might be feeling like there is no way out, and you might be feeling like your only way out is to end it all. But by doing that, you're robbing yourself from the opportunity to find happiness and to realize how beautiful this life really is.
Give yourself a break. Take some time off, even if it's just for a day on the weekend or something.
Be patient with yourself. We all go through hard times, and don't let anyone tell you or discourage you from what you're going through.
You know, when I went through what I was going through, I had such a difficult time with my parents because they didn't know how to communicate with me about it, and I didn't know how to communicate with them about it. The world is so big now. The internet is there. There are resources. You just have to know what the right questions are to ask and figure out how to find the people that are going through the same things as you.
Get off the couch. Just like get off the couch. I know it's so easy to sink into it when you're feeling crummy. Force yourself on a walk. Make sure you're moving your body, whatever that looks like. Dance, yoga, hiking, football, anything. Just move your body.
Whatever it takes, go get help. We live in a place where you can get help. If it takes 5 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, just wait patiently. Don't give up. Don't give up on your life because you will eventually be the person you were before. Trust me on that.
I just want you to remember that you can create something from the pain that you're feeling. You can help people. In the midst of all of it, just love yourself. Be patient with yourself.
These are things that make you wonderful and unique, and develop the personality and develop you into the person you are meant to become. And know that you are loved and you're special and you're wonderful.
Every day I'll write down the things that I'm grateful for, and when I'm in those dark places, Even if I don't believe it, I will just look at that list and say it out loud and remind myself it's going to be okay and you have so much to live for.
Be good to yourself. Forgive yourself. Be kind to yourself. You deserve it. It starts with you, and I promise it'll get better.
Find people who care. And if there is no one who does care, stick up for yourself and advocate for yourself, because you're worth it.
Things will start to happen. Motion will start to happen, and it's never, ever, ever going to be cut and dry, easy, black and white. I'm anxious, I feel better. Like it's never going to be that, but at the end of the day, it feels so much better to move forward than to stay stuck.
So, that was a little positive look with anxiety and depression. They explained, yeah, there is help out there. We could be able to get help. But with the situation that we have now, with the virus, it's hard for us to be able to. So we have to turn to our friends. We have to turn to our family. We all have to stick together on this behalf. Not for nothing, but the government's shutting down on us. Shutting down on the help, the finances. It's hard for some communities to be able to get help if they have depression and anxiety. There's some towns, some states that you have to travel 50 to 60 miles just to be able to talk to somebody. Or even that, go to a hospital. So if you do have your friends and family out there, socialize with them. And if you don't, do what we're doing here. Go on YouTube, make yourself a video, start talking. Even if it has to do with your personal life. Somebody's willing to sit there and listen to you. Someone's willing to be able to comfort you. Someone's going to be able to listen to what you want to talk about. And what's good about if you're doing a live video, alright, you don't have to have a panel. You could sit there and just talk. They're bound. Somebody's going to comment in that description on the bottom, and it's going to reach out to you and talk to you or want to talk to you. Either give you a number, say, or it might even be somebody local. Hey, I live right down the street. Let's hang out. I'll be able to help you. You know? You never know who will watch these videos. But I'm sure you will get somebody that's willing to help you.
And you don't even have to be seen. You can talk like this.
And you also could have a different name. You don't have to have your name to come up on a panel.
Yeah, my real name's not Froggy.
It ain't.
Let's welcome Mr. Briggs. How you doing, Mr. Briggs?
Just dealing with more roof stuff. They delivered the roofing materials today.
Hey,
Nice.
Scott.
How's Briggs doing?
He's sick today. He didn't like his last treatment.
Oh, no.
Oh.
That's why I said, give Mr. Briggs a hug. He may make it or he may not. He's got a 50-50 chance.
Well,
He'll
would
be
love
fine.
Mr. Briggs. Another positive outlook. After Junior died, I didn't think I wanted to live. I didn't want to live. I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to face my life without my child. Well, it's nearly a year later, and I'm still here.
Well, we are all glad that you're here.
But you can get through it. You can work through it. I'm still depressed. I'm still sad, yes. But I don't want to die now.
Right.
So you can work through it.
It's hard.
It's because he's helping you, Froggy. He's telling you not to do that.
Right, but you know, I have friends, I have family, you know, and there are people out there who will help you. So if you feel that way, reach out. We can help one another.
You know, it's funny. Another thing that helps is animals.
I have a cat. We all know that.
I agree, Scott.
Here's something interesting. My wife, when my wife had an affair on me because I didn't make enough money. Basically, she wanted a Cadillac appetite. She didn't want to. She liked nice things. She didn't like the fact that I bought her a Mustang. She didn't like the fact that I got an $80,000 house. She wanted a $200,000 house with an in-ground pool. So she had an affair with me with a doctor, and I caught him in our bedroom. I threw him out a second-story window. He is drinking out of a straw to this very day because I destroyed his body from the neck down, not because I'm Superman. When you generally fall from a second-story window and land on top of a pickup truck in the driveway, it does things. And then she
so you're a
dumps him.
violent person, huh?
I thought she was getting raped. That's what I told the cops. Your wife's getting raped. You see her screaming in a bed. I thought it was, but I threw my second-story window. What would you do? What would any woman want their husband to do if they were actually getting raped? Beat the crap out of the guy. Okay. Well, anyways, long story short, the guy's drinking out of a straw at the same hospital over 10. I'm actually go up and talk to the guy. I feel sorry for him because I feel sorry for him in the fact what happened to him, but I don't feel sorry for him because he was having an affair with a married woman. He admitted he was wrong. But the reason why I'm saying that is because I when my wife finally went out, I went over the edge. I actually started drinking, and when people have seen me guzzle a liter of vodka. I know how Mr. Briggs knows how to get down, and I went through 2 12-packs in a half hour, 45 minutes if I want to. I know how to drink. I was in this living room, had a noose made to walk out to my backyard and dive off a tree. I had it all made, ready to go, and Mr. Briggs, who was only 2, 3 years old at the time, stopped me. He dive-bombed me at the door and laid on me and would not let me get up. For over 2 hours, I tried to get up. I laid there all night on the floor until morning, and I finally asked Briggs, "Hey Briggs, do you want to go to bed?" He wouldn't even. He pissed on me because he would not get up because he was afraid I was going to go to the. That's the only accident he ever had in his house. That dog actually pissed on me down my leg because he refused to let me up. So when people say dogs don't know, he knew what I had in my hand. I don't know how. I don't know why. But Briggs saved my life. He would not let me up until I said, "Come on, Briggs, I'll take you for a walk." And when I did, he actually held that noose in his hand and took it with him while he had a collar on him. He would not leave my side for a week.
I think Briggs just wanted to pee on you.
Nah, I don't think he wanted to pee on me. He couldn't hold it anymore, but still, that's I'm just saying, Briggs is my buddy.
Briggs is awesome. Hey, Lorna.
Yeah, but I get that a lot. Yeah, Briggs just wanted to pee on me.
Briggs is awesome. I think he is. I really do.
But that's why I fight so much to keep him alive.
Well, you got to give him lots of hugs and pets because I think he's awesome.
I always do.
What's going on, Paulie?
But I still say if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. I know that sounds crazy to some people.
It doesn't sound crazy at all.
But you'd be surprised how many people I've told that to. They say you're full of shit. That dog did not know what you were doing.
Why? My cat knows what I've been telling you.
Yeah, but your cat couldn't dive bomb you and lay on the floor on top of you. Believe me,
No.
you might not. Briggs is a big boy. If
Briggs
he wants
is a
you
lot
nuts,
bigger. My cat's only 26 pounds.
yeah. If Briggs wanted me to stay, believe me, I stayed. But yeah, so, I went. That was a tough time when that happened.
Katrina, would you like to add anything before we close this session? Because I know you haven't really said too much, so I just want to make sure you're all
I'm
set
good.
there. You're good? Okay. Diane, she's out and about. Froggy, how about yourself? Would you like to add anything to the closure before we leave?
I just want to make sure that people make a note of the number if they need to, and let them know that they can get a hold of me. Just check out Froggy Winter Knitting. My email's froggywinterknitting@gmail.com. If you need to help, please reach out. I will definitely answer you back. And it's not a problem, more than willing to talk to you, about anything.
How about Jeff?
Well, I'm not a real good supporter type, but I try my best for you, Froggy.
You're awesome, Jeff.
Mr. Briggs?
He left.
No, I'm right here.
Like to add anything before we close the session?
Yeah. Don't ever forget your family and friends, because they're not going to be there forever.
All right. Well, this concludes depression anxiety videos. I usually do these every Friday night. I did going to start every Friday and Sunday. I did do a poll. I did get a lot of people that did respond saying they would like to see more of these videos. So I'm going to continue with these every Friday and Sunday. Friday night is at 7 o'clock. Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. That's Eastern time. If anybody would like to join, come up on a panel. You do not have to have your camera set up. You do not have to have your real name up there. If you need to talk to anybody, my email is in my descriptions. Feel free to contact me at any time. If you need to talk to me over the phone, drop me an email with your phone number. I'll call you right away. And again, stay positive. There's always somebody out there that's willing to give you a hug. Till Sunday morning, everybody out there be safe, be happy, and we'll all see you Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Lucky 7 Mud Mowers, YouTube.com. Everybody, good night. We'll catch you all later.
See you.